President Xi Jinping today met with visiting Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban and urged continued enrichment of the China-Hungary partnership. Xi also called on world powers to create conditions for Ukraine and Russia to resume direct dialogue and negotiations for a ceasefire and political settlement of the war. Danny Zhou tells us more.
President Xi Jinping today held talks with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban at the Diaoyutai State Guesthouse in Beijing. Xi stressed China and Hungary should strive to enrich their all-weather comprehensive strategic partnership for the new era, maintain high-level exchanges, bolster political mutual trust, promote strategic coordination, and enhance cooperation under the Belt and Road Initiative. For his part, Orban said the two countries have implemented the key outcomes of Xi's visit to Budapest 2 months ago. He also said Hungary stands for strengthening cooperation with China and opposes small circles and bloc confrontation. On the Ukrainian crisis, Xi called on major powers in the world to exert positive energy to cool down the situation and resumed direct dialogue for an early ceasefire as well as a political solution. He urged the international community to uphold 3 principles: no spillover of the battlefield, no escalation of the war, and no fueling of the flames. While Orban appreciated China's influence in peacemaking efforts, Xi noted China and Hungary share the same basic propositions to settle the conflict peacefully, and that China is willing to stay in communication with all the relevant parties. Hungary has assumed EU's rotating presidency on July the 1st, and Orban said Hungary would actively promote sound development of the EU-China relations. Orban's China trip was a continuation of what he referred to as a peace mission. It followed a similar meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kiev and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow earlier this month. After discussing the peace plan for Ukraine in Beijing, the Hungarian leader will go to Washington this week to participate in the NATO summit. Danny Zhou, TVB News.